It's where we grow up. A place for hosting family, friends, and even some special guests.
Here we go. Brett Young has his Banana Ball debut.
Filled with memories of magical moments.
Bill Leroy, no doubt, blast deep to left, walk-a-ball.
And the place where we first dreamt of the future. And since their inception in 2016, that home for the Savannah Bananas has been right here at historic Grayson Stadium. Naturally, keeping Grayson in working order is no simple task, but one that's a passion project for Bananas Director of Stadium Operations, Rhett Weeks.
I'm a Savannah local. I'm born and raised here. My granddaddy came to baseball games here years before my dad was even born. My dad came to baseball games here. I think I'm the only person in front office that has scrapbook baby photos here at Grayson Stadium. My dad holding me up against the sideline. And yeah, so I grew up coming to games here, and this stadium is a really, really big part of the community here. And so having the opportunity to preserve and enhance and grow my hometown's ballpark is a really, really special opportunity I don't take for granted.
But of course, the history of this home begins long before Rhett or the Bananas moved in.
So the city realized back in 1926 that there was a need for a municipal stadium here in Savannah. And so the first stadium was built in 26, sat about 15,000 people, was used for football and baseball.
Municipal Stadium, as it was first known, played host to some big games and big names, including President Franklin Delano Roosevelt and Babe Ruth, who picked up a win and a home run here. But it would take a catastrophic event to become the stadium we know today.
In 1940, a hurricane drastically damaged the existing stadium, and a Spanish-American War veteran that was big in the community named General William Grayson led the fundraising efforts to build a new stadium and passed away in 1941 while the stadium was getting built. And so the naming rights to the stadium went to him.
While it had a name, Grayson Stadium never truly became the venue that General Grayson planned it to be.
Yeah, they actually never finished the stadium. They got about halfway through the stadium rebuild in 1941 before World War II started. And so what you see is where they stopped then, and that's what we've been playing at here ever since.
Despite never being fully completed, Grayson's appeal still brought in a 1959 matchup between the Yankees and the Reds, as well as baseball icons Hank Aaron, Lou Gehrig, and Jackie Robinson, who all played here throughout the years.
We're actually one of the oldest stadiums that's still in use that all of those big names came through. So I think it's really cool that our fans are getting to see Banana Ball sitting in the wood benches that fans once watched as Jackie and Hank Aaron and all come through here at. And so it's really cool how you have like such a rich history with baseball mixing with Banana Ball here at home. And I think it's a really, really unique.
While much has changed since 1926, those benches Rhett mentioned have stood the test of time, because even before the Bananas moved in, they knew details mattered.
Most of those benches in 1941 are still original, and they were hand carved. Someone took the time to round the bottom where your leg goes, hand round that edge, hand round the top edge, so if you're walking up, you put your hand. And I think the level of care that was taken in building it is it's really cool.
In its nearly 100 years, Grayson has been home to a number of teams, each making it their own, from adding different concession stands, new sod, and even removing some bleachers. But until the Bananas moved in, no one had done anything like this.
In the 2023 offseason, we added the first 1,000 seats to the stadium. It's the first expansion in the stadium history, and actually the first time that seats have been added and not taken away from the ballpark. And as we try to get more people in to see games here at home. Going into 2025, we're obviously redoing the field right here behind me, replacing the old 2007 video board that hasn't worked in years with a new modern screen, so no matter where fans are sitting in the ballpark, they'll be able to see what's going on around the stadium, as well as new LED lighting upgrades to add a little bit of flair to really creating that fully immersive fan experience here at home.
Bringing Grayson into a new era, but not leaving its history in the past.
We are taking the opportunity to preserve what's here, and we never want to make the stadium feel like it's not a 100-year-old stadium, and so really blending that modern flair with the history of the stadium is what we're really big on, and preserving what's here for years to come. It's also exciting to see the little stadium you grew up coming to games at as a place where fans are coming from around the world every single day to visit and to walk through and to learn about the history. And I think that's really special that we get to do that.
As for what the stadium's namesake might think if he walked into the ballpark today,
I think he'd be like, "You named the stadium after me?"
But after getting past the initial shock,
I think he would be excited to see this place packed full of people. There was years where attendance was suffering here, and now attendance is booming, and people are coming to see this little ballpark from all over the world. And I think he'd be excited to see the stadium being used for what it's meant for, and that's making people happy and creating an exciting experience for folks. And so I think he'd be like, "Okay, cool, like, yeah, this thing, people are still coming, cool."
See, the truth is Grayson Stadium was never meant to just be home to a baseball team, or even a banana ball team. Rather, it was built to be a home for everyone who steps inside. So although the seats may be full, there will always be room for more at Grayson Stadium.
It's still being worked on, and I don't think we'll never be done. I don't think we'll ever stop innovating, looking for a new way to do things different here, new ways to grow, new ways to serve fans in a different way, new ways to serve more fans. And so I think it's a revolving door of improvement and creativity and trying new things. And I think part of what makes this place special is that will never stop.